It's just so powerful. Like, what are you really gonna do with all of this power? Almost feels like you have to start a family. You're gonna be raising some kind of a soul tribe. Somebody's living happily ever after in this energy. It feels like the war is going on, but without you. It's outside of your aura, it's outside of your concern. People are still fighting because they're not getting what they want, but you got everything you want. I just feel so much excitement here, like a celebration. And also, it seems like nobody knows what you want. So you're happy in the secret privacy of your own home. And it's a beautiful thing. If this is your energy, definitely let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. Fair at the end, even if it seems like it's not fair right now. In this moment, it feels like you investing your time and energy into this person is going to pay off. This person is loyal to you. And it also feels like to some extent that they are sacrificing their own success in order to lift you up. And this doesn't happen all the time. Like, the fact that this person is doing this for you shows that they really care about you. They genuinely love you, is what I'm getting. That they will risk their own reputation and sacrifice their own reputation in order to teach you a lesson, to teach you how to protect yourself. Because it comes off like they want to be the bad guy sometimes. And so there are a lot of people who are angry about this justice that you're receiving, and it's by any means necessary, is the vibe that I'm getting. It's like this justice that you're receiving is slipping through all the cracks. You don't have to stand in line for it. It's coming immediately and instant. Everything you pray for, you're getting. It doesn't matter how harsh, how brutal, whatever this prayer is that you're asking God for, He's giving it to you. People are falling on their knees in this energy. People are dying. People are literally losing their life in this energy because they tried to come against you. That's the vibe I'm getting. And that was a huge mistake. That was a big mistake because it feels like you will stop at nothing to receive this justice. And that support is coming up. So almost what I'm getting from this is you're not going to have any time to yourself after this. Like, enjoy this moment now. If you're alone and you got your privacy, love it. Love every moment of this piece, because when this person comes into your life, it feels like they're going to put you to work, and you're going to be working in the spiritual world. There's a lot of spirit work coming towards this energy. If you're in this energy, you're going to have a lot of work spiritually. Basically, like, I'm feeling almost like you're going to be a prayer warrior, and this person's going to have you praying for certain things because your voice cuts through the ice. It feels like you have a very powerful voice, and it's because you speak the truth. Definitely reverse. Look at that. 10 of coins, 10 of cups. There's a lot of abundance in this energy. You're definitely being spoiled. Hit the like button, leave a comment if you're resonating with this so far. It definitely feels like there's a lot of energy in this magnetic space, like almost like you're drawing in everything around you and everything is bending to your will. Yeah, okay. Look at that. Page of Pentacles, a lot of money in. And what I'm getting from this is you've been praying for this money. You have places to put this money. You definitely have systems built in place for this, almost like a well has been dug, a canal, a whole entire system has been dug to pull this blessing in, and it's coming in just exactly the way you want it. Look at that. Knight of Pentacles. You got a lot of money on the board, and it almost feels like a lot of money at stake. This could have to do with trading, buying and trading stocks or something like that, or someone's stock going up. Something you bought is paying off. It feels like you already made the purchase. Like, there's nothing you have to go out and do to get this money. It's coming towards you. It's racing towards you, almost like an arrow. Like, this arrow has your name as its destination. It's coming towards you. It feels like everything is working out exactly the way it should, because this person is more than words. This person also has the ability to imagine and manifest with you. I'm getting from this energy that they are not ever letting you go. And so it's like, give up even trying to resist. It's just not going to happen. It feels like you guys have bonded and married in the spirit in some way, and it's like we don't recognize divorce. There's no such thing as that. So it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna need my own room. Well, there's not gonna be any of that either. You're not getting your own anything. We're doing all of this together. We're a team. Is the vibe that I'm getting? This person wants to go everywhere with you. They're not letting you alone. And it feels like you've been fighting for a long time for your independence. And ordinarily, you're going to say, well, I'm not going to quit until I get what I want. But it feels like somewhere down the line, deep down behind closed doors, this is something that you want. And that's exactly why it's happening. And it feels like you want this so bad. In this energy, it feels like you may already be in contact with your person, but there's something that's blocking the two of you from connecting on a more intimate level. It seems like there's some acting happening on both parts. Your person may also have an obstacle that they need to overcome, but it feels like instead of overcoming it, you guys pretend it's not there. And you guys are reaching for each other even though you're sitting right next to each other, because there's obviously a blockage between you. And you two are meant to build something real. But it feels like it's easy, but it's difficult because of the discipline. Yeah, you just got to have discipline to keep going through and just keep sticking to the plan. But in terms of levels of difficulty, is not difficult at all. You already know how to do what you're doing. It feels like there's some deception in your energy. Yeah, there's definitely someone in your space who's pretending day and night, complimenting you. They may be sending you text messages like, "Hey girl, how was your day?" But as soon as they press send on that text, it's like, this stupid bitch. They really genuinely hate you, is the vibe that I'm getting. And it feels like you can pick up on this because every time one of their messages comes through, or you see this person on the street, or it's just like you're reminded of this person, it's like, is this dreadfulness. You can pick up on their hate towards you. And the reason why they hate you is because they're jealous of you. They're jealous of how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how talented you are. And you're aware of how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how talented you are. That makes them hate you even more. And it feels like whatever this is that you're working towards is something you do intentionally. Like, if you're a really good artist, that takes time, that takes work. You have to actually practice. And people see your artwork and they're just like, I can't stand her ass. She's such a good drawer. She's such a good singer. She has such a nice body. Her skin is so clear. And it's like you work at all of those things. So they're mad about that. They're mad about the fact that you're so disciplined, that you take out the time to work on yourself, and it looks good. It's showing. The results are very clear and obvious. That you have a clean and pure heart. He just doesn't get it. You choose to love who you love. And there's people who want your love and don't deserve it, that you don't give your love to. And there's people who want your love and don't deserve it and you give your love to. It's like people want to try and figure you out so they can control you and make it about them. Like, your energy is for them and they can tap into it whenever they want. But it's your energy. And it's not something you need to tap into. You're the one creating it. So there's a lot of people in judgment in your space. But I definitely feel like you're a queen on your own. They feel really depressed by this money that's coming into your life. I'm seeing streams. It's like, it's money from that. Like, well, where did you get this money from? Where did you get the money to buy these things? And it's like, oh, well, the check came in from that thing I did. It's always something coming. That's the energy. And this person is very jealous about it. Because they were planning on siphoning from your brokenness. They were hoping that you were lonely and lost and afraid, and you're not any of those things. It seems like you like this person for your own reasons. Like, he's got cute hair or a button nose, and I'm just attracted to him. And this is the vibe that he's been plotting on you this entire time. It's like they're starting all over again. So they thought that they got something out of you, and they were able to take something away from you and walk away from you and leave you without your own essence. But it's almost like a regression. Like, they've regressed back into this infantile feeble-mindedness. And I'm definitely getting that this is like a stomping ground for you. It's like you're building yourself on top of their misery. Because your thoughts are so powerful. You're nothing to play with. Because it feels like it would be disappointing to admit defeat. But there's this vibe, like, to some extent, you do want to give into it. Like, you do want to give up, but you want to make sure that you're safe with this person. And I feel like you are. I feel like this is the safest person you could ever lean on. Like, this person has so many connections and networks that you're definitely being watched. This person has all eyes on you. They see everything you're doing. And I feel like they're very inconspicuous about it, but not enough for you not to be aware. Like, when this man gets up and walks again, it's just going to be you two, and he's going to know for a fact that you were by his side. They're like, well, what if he leaves you after all you did? Who are these people? These peanut gallery people that you don't know from a can of paint and have so much to say. Whereas this is a man you actually love. And it's worth it. This is what love is about. I don't know. Someone says, like, those fixers, they only like to endure. They love the struggle. They love the pain. Love doesn't have to be difficult. Well, are you in love? These are people who talk from the sidelines. They never want to put in the work. They just always got something to say from the background, in the shadows, just hoping for some of your light and your attention. But nothing that they say makes sense. If you actually follow their advice, it would lead to nothing and nowhere. But you following your own heart is leading to a very happy, victorious ending for the both of you. And it's like, you love to do it. Whether you're cooking or cleaning or whatever your roles and duties are in this relationship, even if it is lifting his spirits 24/7 like a heavy log, it feels like it gives you purpose. And he may be doing it intentionally because he knows you like to feel strong, or he may genuinely need that support. But it may feel like it's a support that he's going to need forever. If he's never going to get back up, if he's always going to be going down into the ground, then it's like, well, lay on me. The machine was saying more and more and more, open, open, open to attention. That's what it was saying. What else? Yeah, this is about your work. You're blowing up. You're becoming a star. You figured out how to tap into the machine and how to get attention. It feels like a social media star. It feels like someone who hops online, does a live, like, yum, popcorn kind of a thing, and just blows up. And everybody knows about you. And it just feels like you know how to race to the top in every situation you become a part of. And people are describing you as a genius. They want to know how you're so popular, almost like Mr. Beast. But it's because you're doing it so quickly. You may even exceed Mr. Beast in this energy. And then boom, he just starts acting different. He starts acting strange. And it feels like he's willing to throw it all away, everything that you work for. What's going on with this tower? And someone mentioning your name. It feels like however tangled up this person is in your energy, it is not going well for them. Like they really intended on using you and milking you dry. And it's like, I don't know if that actually happened. Like they didn't realize that the well would run dry quicker than they realize when they're not feeding into you. It's like a starving cow. Almost getting this vibe like you're starving for your end of the deal, for whatever he said that he was going to bring to the table, and it's not showing up for you. But he really thought that you were going to keep showing up for him. And it feels like you instantly pull your energy back. And now they're left out in the cold. It was an instant tower moment for them once they started talking shit about you. And they're really thinking about stuff that you aren't thinking about at the end of the day. But then there's the magician. The vibe is that these waters are being calmed, almost like the prophet, the Messiah, standing on the water and saying, "Peace be still." And then suddenly all the waters are calm. I do feel like you have a connection to the simulation in that sense that you basically are developing the world and the way we see life. When it comes to this connection to AI and this virtual reality, and I feel like almost like how the pyramids were used to do something to regulate the magnetic fields. Like, why is this so intensely scientific? I'm just getting almost like you plug the earth back in and regulate the earth's atmosphere. Like something about you healing the earth is like the earth was bipolar or something. And so you get some kind of connection that heals the sadness of the earth because the frequencies were low. It's like you raise the vibration of the earth somehow. But it's real. It's like something is plugged into the earth or the core of the earth. It's something real with coils, like the coils under the pyramids. I don't know. This energy is really intense. And it's something very different about you. As if you had a conversation with someone in a dream from another world or realm or frequency or some kind of alien civilization that said, okay, you are being charged with healing the earth's atmosphere, sees the energies. And suddenly everyone on earth is happy. It feels good. And we're in a loving vibration. 528 hertz is the vibration of love. So I'm hearing patience is necessary. This person definitely supports you. They're on board with you and your vision and your dreams. Even though it seems like they've got their back turned to you, it feels like if anything they're clearing a path and being a leader to you. And they just want you to follow where follow me is what they're saying. Follow me, almost like in a conversation. Like it may not make sense, but just follow me. Because he is making a point. He's going somewhere with this, is what I'm getting. There's someone in your space and your energy that you are in communication with, you have a connection with, who's leading you to the promised land. And that could be whatever your hopes and dreams are. I definitely feel like you have goals. And this person wants to help you reach your goals, or even help you decide what those goals are. This is financial support this person is coming towards you with. So there's like this need to be more considerate of the long term and longevity of the relationship than just knocking boots, because the passion is there, but it's not coming off like, oh my God, I need this, I'm so addicted. It's like, this is life and life goes on. I'm not going to be switching partners every 25 seconds. This is someone who I'm spending the rest of my life with. And it feels like you care. Life has no remote. Constantly switching channels won't find your show. Stay focused or you'll miss the best parts until you have all the facts. Yeah, totally. The energy is like, this is my show. I'm set. I'm watching every commercial. Like, I'm not getting up. I'm not switching the channel. I don't know who this message is for. And it feels like in this new space, people's world is about to be turned upside down, because, not to be too specific, but it's almost like the power to manifest is so out of control at this time. People can literally have whatever they want. So it's like we're all living in our own bubble. If you're creating heaven for your space, then that's where you're going to be living. You're going to be living in heaven. If you're creating hell, then that's where you're going to be living. You're going to be living in hell. And it's like, you're so close to God that of course you're going to be in heaven. But there was some point when Christ died on the cross and he went to hell and he conquered Satan. He rose back up. You're going to be going through that whole process of being in hell and conquering Satan and rising back up. And you got so much power, because once you get to heaven, it's like, I've been everywhere. I'm not just on top. That's the vibe. And you're comfortable. You're comfortable in the highs. You're comfortable in the lows. So when this snake tries to get in your energy and they don't realize that you're the dragon here, you got so much power to cast out demons that it's like you can give this person the opportunity to repent, but they don't want to repent. They want to be in this devilish energy. And trying to entice you to go to hell is like, I've been there. Hell was my home for quite some time, and I'm okay. I'm back in heaven where I belong. The vibe is that you're just dealing with idiots, really. With this money coming in, you're gonna know exactly what to do what to do with it as per usual. You're gonna be upgrading your life. You're gonna be changing your style in some ways, and it feels like this is something you're working on constantly, whether the money is there or not, because it's always on its way or in your pocket and on the way out the door. Is why it just comes and goes because you spend it so quickly, and the energy is that. This is why it's coming towards you, because you're constantly in this state of shopping, basically. And yeah, there's definitely someone close to you, a partner, who is a bit jealous about this. And it feels like you don't necessarily want to cut him off, but it's given the vibe that maybe this person needs a break. You have to cut them off. You have to see how they don't belong around you. I don't care what word you want to call it. It is what it is. Cut them off. They're getting left behind. They're not going to this new space, this new world, this new paradise. Cut them off in your heart and your mind and your body and your soul. If this is one person or a group of people or a mindset or even your own memories, it's certain memories you got to never think about again, because they don't make sense. It's not helping your situation. The only thing you can think about right now is how good God is, how much you get everything you want, how God blesses you. Every time you put your hand out, he's putting something in it that you love, that you want. He's giving you everything you want. That's the energy we're staying in, because it's happening. Every time you look at God, he's giving you something. He is spoiling the hell out of you. And that's the vibe that I'm getting. So, demons in the background, who gives a fuck about them demons? I'm serious. Cut them off. Again, it feels like this love is coming up. There's a love offer here, but you're not easily distracted. It almost seems like if it's not about money, it's not about nothing. Anybody can love you. You're free to be loved. It feels like this person may be trying to commit to you because they see everything that's going on and they want to tag along, but it's like the whole world can tag along with this. Shutting off the doors. It's exclusive energy, definitely, but like anybody is welcome to buy a ticket with the energy. And then we do have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom and the Wheel of Fortune at the top. So you are choosing what works best for you. You're choosing the maximum rewards. And I did bump into that energy in the beginning that it's not just about the most expensive toys and the most expensive projects or just dreaming bigger for the sake of it being big. But I feel like you do want the bigger option, and that's exactly what you're going to go for at the end of the day. Go into isolation, work on yourself. Thank God that you avoided the situation, that you were warned, that you have faith enough to trust the voice of God, that this is not a situation that you want to be in, that you're not going to learn anything from this situation except you should have never went through it to begin with. You have an opportunity to isolate, basically hide from this energy. It's almost like when the Jews painted blood on their doors and it's like the spirit of death pass over me. I believe that is the origin story of the Passover. Just allow the spirit of death to pass over me. And this is a vibe that you have an opportunity to work with someone. It's like, okay, she's safe. Now we can go in and start the real work process. And I'm getting these people coming in and helping you clear a path, almost like someone who has been snowed in and you don't have any way to get yourself out, and you've got people coming in to help. That's like, well, don't forget about what I just did. Don't forget about those blessings you've been praying for, all those answered prayers. Because I feel like there's a lot of love in this space and God answering your prayers. But then there's forgetting about it right away and just go right back into, I don't even want to go there. Like, what exactly else would you be doing besides being grateful? Because I feel like you're being very strict in this energy with your thoughts. Gratitude is the only space. It's the only natural next step. There's no worry here. There's no fear or whatever else. I can't even think of the negative words that would describe what else you could do besides being grateful and thankful for what God has done for you. Also, I feel like this is a time for you to be manifesting, real life manifesting, and being very specific. There's a specific number that God is going to give you. There's a specific amount that God is going to give you. And it feels like this is just basically to show off, just so you can see how real God is. Whether it's 20,000, 200,000, 200 million, 2 billion, whatever the number is, God is giving it to you. But it's a very specific number. There's only a certain type of man who says, when I was a child, I did childish things, and now that I'm a man, I put those childish things away. There's only a certain type of person who can grow beyond this daddy type of energy and really start to own children and their own flock. This is a real leader. And it hurts. But at the end of the day, when you show up to the scene and you show up to the picture, it's like, that's good energy. That's real life love. That's flavor. This is the difference between someone snapping out, having a temper tantrum when things don't work out for them, and an actual mature. You get to relish in your own energy at the end of the day, because it hurts to be a brat. It's painful to never ever feel that you're ever getting what you want. It's painful to be mentally ill. But this is something you're working towards, because there was a point where you were that mental ill person. And this is not for everybody. Everybody's not ready to admit that they have problems. I get it. But I feel like this is someone who has moved on. You're definitely doing the work. It feels like a shadow work. Who sings the song Motivation? That's the energy that I'm picking up from this. Like you're motivating your partner to get closer and closer to you. Just like watching a deliverer get closer and closer with your package. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And also his package is your package. The vibe that I'm getting is juvenile, but it's like it's something sweet about it. Yeah. King of Pentacles. That's the vibe that I picked on with the sugar daddy from the last reading because it wanted to pop out, but I only draw 4 cards per reading. My index cards here. So it did come out again while I used it from the last pull. And the King of Pentacles came that he is here. And this is definitely someone you're manifesting. It feels like you guys may have started out on the same level, and this is so encouraged to rise above you to some extent. It feels like your positive energy goes farther than the negative, even though your negative energy is powerful, and I feel like it has its merits. This person respects all your moodiness. Like if you're upset, this person is not just gonna walk away from you. It's like they want to hash it out and figure out what's making you mad. But when you're positive and sweet towards this person, uplifting and encouraging, you see monumentous changes in this person. And it's like, whoa, it's such a thrill. It's so exciting to see results when you tell a person how you feel genuinely, and when it's a positive feeling and this person responds to your positivity, it's like, oh my God, it's love. It's real life love because we don't need anything else. If we can both be positive and we're both confident and competent in this positivity, then this is the whole world. What's this? This is a very charming person in your energy. They could be arrogant at times. I feel like this person has a lot of energy. And just when you think things are dying down, they just come back full force. They have a lot of stamina, more than you can imagine. And that is truly going to impress you with just how long this person can last. It feels like almost like this person is in control of the whole game. It's like they pull back just so you can get a breath. Because maybe you're the one who's getting tired and they notice before you even realize. I feel like this person is all in your head and they can read your mind more than you are aware, which is kind of hilarious. Oh, okay. Yeah. In any case, let me stay on track. Okay. Yeah, this person definitely knows your next move before you make it. They know what's gonna upset you. They know how long you're gonna be upset. Like it's like this person's in the kitchen cooking a meal, and they're just looking at the timer and okay, leave this in the fridge for 3.5 hours, and then preheat the oven to this, and then stir this and simmer this. He knows what he's doing. He definitely knows what he's doing. What else is going on? I feel like you don't have anything to be concerned about. Just give him the control. That's what I'm getting. It feels like he's working with your spirit guides, your angel guides, his angel guides. You're definitely going to get what you want. But because they went to those low lows for you, because they went to hell for you, and sorted some things out down there, that's now making you a more happy person, more genuine and kind. It's like they took over that trauma for you. that they didn't have to do, because most people just saw you suffering. They saw you carrying, bearing your own scars, and this person took it over. That's what I'm saying. Is the download is deeper than it seems. Can't get your love from anywhere else, and this person has committed to you. That's why I feel like it's like a tattoo. When someone gets your name tattooed on them, anybody can get that removed, cover it up, replace with the word bitch or something, like, just to spite you. And it's like, well, okay. Because these things can happen. It doesn't really hold as much weight, but a scar this deep coming from salvation, loving you, will require them to be something like you. Like, they have to like something within themselves in order to like you. But they hate themselves. And when they see you doing things, it just makes them hate themselves more. It's like the more you accomplish, the more it makes them look bad. Like, how can you love somebody that's working out when you're a fat fuck? That's the vibe I'm getting. To someone wants to get you in the space of feeling like you don't deserve something that you know damn good and well that you do. You deserve it and more. You deserve more than you're asking for. Is the vibe I'm getting. You're literally born to win. That's your destiny. There's so much abundance coming towards you, whether people like it or not. It's going to stab them right through the heart if they get in the way. It's the vibe that I'm getting. This is not the time to play. It feels like you win every battle you fight, and anybody coming against you is a dumbass. More on this energy and what's going on. There's so much money coming towards you. It's stinking, filthy, rotten richness in this energy. And yeah, of course, people have a problem with it. They don't want to go through what you've been through to get here. It's like he's trying to learn your language, especially when it comes to manifesting. But I feel like this person has cruel and wicked intentions. Like, they want to know your secrets so that they can convince you that it's wrong. So they want you to teach them everything they know, everything you know. They want you to teach them everything you know so that they can tell you you're wrong. And this is the better way to do it. Whatever way they make up on the spot, just to feed off of your attention. It feels like a really heavy conversation that's happening at lunch, and it's also coming off like this is a spiritual conversation. Like, you guys are meeting in the middle somehow to communicate your thoughts and feelings. And if they're genuine, then real progress is being made. If this person is playing games, which I think they are, then they're literally just wasting your time, because to play a game at all, you've already lost. You're already distracted from your goals, which is the money, whether they like it or not, and what you're going to spend it on. Feels like you need to go out with the girls, have a day, have a spa day or something, take your mind off of things. I feel like that would turn this whole situation around if you just stop worrying about it. If you really just focus on yourself in general. You may even need a break from the girls and just focus on yourself and doing what makes you happy. Then everybody's going to be calling and wondering where you're at. It feels like you do have money to spend that people don't know about, that you may have just sitting in the bank or wherever it is. And this money is also coming off as resources, what makes you happy. Because these people got you feeling trapped, like it's one fight after the next. And whatever gives them joy has nothing to do with your joy. It's almost like their joy is in your pain. And they think it's cute. That's the energy that I'm getting. It feels like this is a lifelong battle where people are just attracted to your misery. Like, they genuinely find it adorable when you have a problem, when you have a mishap, when something doesn't go right with your life. There are thousands of dollars flowing into your account every single day. Maybe this is something you're manifesting. Maybe this is confirmation. But I feel like there are a lot of people who are uncomfortable with this. If they knew that this was happening, they would have issues with it. And I don't really see what's the problem. It feels like these are people who know that they cannot penetrate your aura anymore, that they can't tap into your resources anymore. It feels like they know that this is happening with or without them, that you're successful, you're highly successful, you were born to win. It's about them. It feels like someone wants to know if their manifestations are happening yet. It's definitely coming. If you believe it, then it's happening. That's all that matters, that you believe. And so it's happening. It's guaranteed to happen. I feel like now's the time, if you're still having doubts, now's the time to ask for signs and confirmation, and then trust in those signs, because when you ask for the signs, you're going to get them. Like literally, like if this is happening, Lord, show me a red balloon. And then when you see the red balloon, you got to trust that it's happening. Is the body don't get it? Because it's just that easy. When you tell the universe to give you something, show you something, show me a winning lottery ticket, you're gonna see it. You're gonna find it. You're gonna buy it. You're gonna scratch it. You're gonna win. Okay, that's the vibe I'm getting. It's very simple. It's not hard or difficult, and just follow the signs to realize just how powerful and successful you are. You're definitely a queen in this energy. I don't know if the word billionaire is coming off like it's hard to believe, but I do feel like you're up there. If bombshell is hard to believe, I don't know. It feels like who you are now and who you're becoming is almost like night and day. Like you're going to look back over where you are now and see just how far you've come, is what I'm getting. It feels like whoever you're dreaming about is waiting for you to reach them. You're definitely manifesting something real. Now may be the time to get comfortable with this confidence, this level of confidence that you're reaching. And your injustice is about to turn into inheritance, because I feel like whoever put you in this state of like-mindedness and self-doubt is like, this is a criminal. This is a real life criminal. And you're going to receive your justice for that. That injustice is going to turn into money. It's like they want to be friends. They keep emphasizing something being platonic or something not being sexual. But it feels like they do love your company and they do want a friendship with you. It could develop into something more. Someone's saying, I'm worthy of great wealth. This could be the catalyst that helps you to focus more on yourself and what you want in life besides this person. But I do see the partnership coming. Just when you least expect it, just when you start to focus on your money, that's when it happens. Literally, this feels like an out of body experience where you're like, this is everything I wanted. And as soon as you back up off of it, you get it. But now it feels like you've taken such a long time to really reflect that you have a lot of space to cover. So I don't know how far you need to go back, but I do feel like it's important that you go as far back as possible and give God all the glory for you being who you are. Because you're very special. The way you think is very genuine, is very unique. Yeah, you're building a home with this energy. You're being respected. You're being uplifted. You're being elevated. You're being promoted because of your humility. This is the only way it happens. It feels like this journey that you're on is almost a whittling away of the ego. It feels like this is what this journey is. You're constantly tearing down the ego. Almost like your ego is coming off like a small child because you never let him grow up into a beast. He's so tameable, so manageable. but he's still there. Yeah, it's like an infant that needs a bottle every now and again. It definitely feels like you still have love for those dark sides of yourself, those shadow aspects. Like you haven't condemned yourself for being human. Oh, yeah, you're definitely working on something. You got a lot cooking up. And I want to say in the background, but I don't feel like it's the background anymore. I feel like this is the center stage, and you're definitely in the center of attention right now. You're not in the background. Yeah, it almost feels like a writer. The energy of a writer is so strong. I don't know if you're a writer or if you've ever tapped into that frequency where you can tell that these people control the world. The way that they talk, the way that they speak, the way that they think is just, you know, that they are the ones controlling the show. That's the vibe I'm getting, that you control the narrative of your own life and you have so much freedom. It's almost like whoever's coming up against you, they're exposing themselves. And it's like, oh, I want that too. What's that over there? I'll take that. So it feels like, if anything, they should be trying to hide from you, but the fact that they're trying to creep into your life and cause some kind of an interference, it actually gives you more energy. That's about what I'm getting. Because everybody's got to eat. You have someone in your corner who wants to make this an easier process. I'm getting they want to lift the burden for you, almost like a coach. This person is cheering you on. They definitely want you to keep it up what you're doing. They don't want you to get tired. They definitely see you as a star. They're rooting you on, they're encouraging you. They want you to find different things in what you do that makes it satisfying to you. They want you to keep getting better, keep working at this thing that you're doing. I'm seeing someone modeling. It's like, even with modeling, you still have to practice your walk. You still have to be comfortable in your clothes, your facial expressions. It's very complicated. It feels like whatever you're doing, it comes off as being easy and effortless, but there's a lot of work, a tremendous amount of work for it to look as easy as it does. Change begins on the inside, and it feels like this person is getting really close to you in order to help you make that change, in order to help you to let go and open up for more, because there's so much more coming. This person wants what you want, and they don't want what you don't want. So they're pulling back from that thing that scares you. It feels like you're definitely manifesting with someone who wants to see you very successful. And there's a vibe here that you want to be successful, but there's also fear of success where there doesn't need to be. It feels like the two of you are working on that fear in order to overcome that fear of success. You know, deep down, this is like way more than you expected, but you're comfortable with it. Someone is ready to marry you. It feels like they want to build a life around this energy and make more of it, make more children, make more love is the vibe I'm getting. When the two of you come together, magic happens. It feels like this person is making you very comfortable with yourself and your ability to get what you want, to take control over this energy. And it's not just that life is happening to you, right? Life is happening from you, and you're creating it. It's coming from you. You are the creator of everything. And this is a lot of abundance coming out. Abundance is palpable. It feels like once you tap into this secret of how to stay positive, it just makes so much sense. Got the star at the bottom here. Yeah, so there's a dream that you want, and it feels like in the dream, You have it instantly. Like, it's not taking a really long time to get it. That you really have things to say. Yeah, someone's definitely trying to put you in isolation. But you have money to be made, is what I'm getting. You have to put some things in order, and that's what I'm getting from this escape plan. Like, it could be designed as a hobby, like, oh, it's just for fun, but they don't know how much money you're making behind the scenes, behind closed doors, is also what I'm getting. Or you're starting to do something that will give you some kind of financial stability, help you set aside some finances, help you start saving. There's someone who's being chosen for a high paying project that was never posted. So it feels like some of y'all are getting a job that was never posted. Someone is coming to you about a work that they want you to do that they're not asking anyone else for. And your finances are about to be very much in alignment with where you see yourself going in the next few years. The word few is coming up. Many are called, few are chosen. It's coming up. I feel like whatever this position is that you're about to be in is not a lot of people are getting through these gates. And I'm looking at this archway here. I definitely feel like there's some kind of a portal that's opening now for you. Definitely an opportunity of a lifetime. This is such a clown. But the vibe that I picked up on originally, that he wants to win your heart like a plushie at a county fair. It really is almost objectifying you. But it feels like he's like, take it from my perspective that you give me life. You give me something to work for. And he wants you to feel that same kind of ownership when it comes to his heart. Like, his heart can also be stolen. He wants you to be aware that he knows that you have suitors, that people are after you, that people are attracted to you. And this is why he treats you the way he treats you. But he also wants to remind you that you're also playing a game, and for you to be in it to win it. If this is your energy and you're resonating, definitely let me know in a comment. Send another one in. She's got another round in her left. Like, someone's definitely milking your energy is what I'm getting. And you're ready for something new. Like, I'm just getting this message of signs being all around you and you knowing exactly what happens next. And when I say signs, it's like, it's not just a sign in the sky. It's like revelations. It's like epiphanies. And you just connect it in a way that really helps you to understand who you are. Like the attacks. You can feel the attacks. Every little teeny tiny attack is noticeable. And you're not letting it slide. Is the vibe that I'm getting. Like, you really want to beat this enemy into the ground, into the dust. A bloody pulp is not enough. Is a dry pile of bones, is a dry pile of dust. Nothing, no single weapon that's formed against you will prosper. Someone is definitely playing in your energy, but it feels like you're going to come out on top. You're winning big. Whatever it is, this game is that you're playing, you are winning big. And I feel like it's so worth it because it seems like you're going to be put through a lot of trials and tribulations and tests and schemes and jokes and mazes. And it's like, it's a circus. But you never give in to the clown behavior. You are a clown. I'm not a clown. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm at a circus. I didn't pay to be here. I don't have a ticket. I don't even want to be here. But I'm here and I'm working. So that's life. I feel like you're winning at the end of the day, like literally millions of dollars in your pocket as you walk away. And it's like, yeah, I do it again. That was worth it. I'm happy. If this is your energy, definitely let me know in the comments. and you're just like, well, take a picture of me in front of this Grand Canyon. You don't even realize that there's a bunch of haters. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're so focused on your work. And also the fact that your core values are focused on business. You definitely come off as a business person. You may have gone to business school. There's definitely an energy about this. There's a special kind of person who's a business major, is what I'm getting. You just seem very confident. You seem like you can speak in front of an audience, on stage, TED Talk kind of vibe, and you don't have an issue. You could be into politics. I'm definitely getting the energy of someone who wears really nice clothes, like a pencil skirt, stockings, heels, your hair is done. And if this is not the case, then this is probably something you're manifesting. It seems like you have a really neat presence about yourself, like you keep your house together. And just not a lot is penetrating you. Not a lot is reaching you in terms of friends who have betrayed you, ex-lovers who get jealous of you. It's like, it just feels like you're locked in to your business. Whatever your business is, that is your heart and soul. So there's a real need to be positive. Stay positive. Your words are so important. Your words are your money. Just think like that, and maybe set some time aside to actually focus on being positive. Like, say for the next hour, actually set a timer. For the next hour, I'm only going to have positive thoughts. And then when you get really good at that, you're going to see just how amazing and beneficial it is. You may say, I'm going to be positive for this entire, almost like fasting from negativity. Just be positive. Be positive for the entire month and see how quickly your life is changing, and really make it a habit to just be a positive person. It's not just for other people, it's for yourself. You become a magician. Basically, you can get whatever you want. It's like a positive privilege. And you do get prettier, you get more attractive. It feels like you're moving forward so quickly. You're in this boss CEO energy that you can have whatever you want. Specifically, Starbucks is what I'm getting. Like, you just hop in a car and go grab a Starbucks. Do it. Do something positive with your life. Breathe in that fresh air. Move around. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Like, love it. Love every moment of it. It's a life. You don't have to sit around funky shit, talking shit all day. Like, I want to say go get some McDonald's, but there's way better options than that. Go get some Chick-fil-A or something. Go live your motherfucking life. Please. Because they're not ready for what you are ready for. They're not on the same level as you. They're not on the same frequency. God put this person in your life for a reason. And I feel like you're learning your lessons. But you don't have to get yourself tangled up in one problem just to avoid another problem when you can lean on God. It's like, now, after all of this, God doesn't seem so bad. What God is asking for, your devotion, your attention, your affection, your listening ear, that's a beautiful thing. It actually feels appealing at this time. Like, I'm happy to give you my ear. And then I'll have to listen to all this other BS going on in the environment. God is whispering sweet nothings in your ear, while this narcissist is tangling up the truth. I feel like this person is regressing. And again, take your time with this energy, because at some point you're going to realize that you spent a lot of your time focusing on them. And so once you move away from it, it may feel like there's this void. Like, so what am I going to focus on? God. And you'd be surprised just how fulfilling and rich it is. You'd be surprised just how huge the kingdom of heaven is. There's a lot to work with. Once you walk away from this devil and into the arms of the Lord, you will never go hungry again. And you can cry on his shoulders what I'm feeling. I feel like some of y'all are tired of this. You may not even have realized that you were working with the devil as long as you've been working with this person who refuses to let go of his wicked ways. And your payment was right around the corner. Your reward is right around the corner. It's just one step away from this devil, and you're in. This person's a psychopath. It feels like they're playing the game by themselves. They've got the rules in their head. They've got the objectives in their head. And there's no chance of you winning as long as you fight this person. You have to focus on what you want in this life. And you wanting peace is something completely different than whatever this person is getting tangled up in. I feel like you're at a point in your life where you can have what you want. And your desires are valid. The things that you want, they're good things to have in your life. I feel like it's worth it. It's worth pursuing and putting all your energy and focus into this thing. Nobody can stop you. You're planning something expensive, something completely out of your budget. It's like you don't know where this money is coming from. I don't know. For some of y'all, you're just walking right in this place because it's already your home. It's like, Daddy, I'm home. Give me the keys. This is my mansion now. I'm about to send you to the old folks' home. You've done enough. Thank you. Whoever put you through these trials and tribulations, they've done more than enough. You get it now. You're the one in control. You're the one in power. You decide what happens next. I feel like there's so much abundance in this energy, and it's not the typical diamonds and pearls and wine glasses, and it's land. It's territory. You're taking over. When you get back home, I feel like people are going to have a force to reckon with. They're going to be scared of you because they didn't expect you to survive. And then there's a saying that you don't look like where you came from. That's what's really terrifying. It's in your energy. It's in your essence. It's underneath the skin. But you look exactly the same. Like nothing has changed. Like it didn't work. It's like you're looking eye to eye with the devil and none of his tricks worked. So what now? It's a mirror. And he's going to break at the end of the day. He's the one that's left out in the cold. He's the one with the heart broken, with the broken heart. He's the mirage. He's the fraud. And you just keep walking through that broken glass like sand in the desert. Because so many people have tried to stop you. So many people have gotten in your way and challenged you like they were going to get some kind of a notch in their belt. And it never dawns on them that after all this time, none of their tricks and schemes have worked. That maybe there is something to this after all. Maybe you are who you say you are. What else is going on? And maybe they'll learn their lesson as well, because you definitely learned yours. With this networker, this influencer, I feel like it's not just one person. I'm seeing you having dinners and being invited to these social gatherings where you're bumping shoulders with all sorts of people who are known, people who are unknown, but it's really about the conversations you're having, what kind of business they're working on, whether or not your portfolio fits what they're interested in. And it's like, even if you're not the one for the job at that time, you still get their number. You still have an exchange, an energetic exchange. It's like, well, next time I see you, I'm going to remember you, or something like that. That's the energy. And it's just a constant flow. And this is the flow state. It's not just you locking in and scrolling through TikToks. Is you actually having real conversations with real business people, real business minded folk who care about the future. So the Five of Cups is very important here because it feels like there's some regret when it comes to this fixer-upper situation. Like, you're going to be walking away from some things that you just weren't able to fix. Call it what it is. It was too much for you to chew on. You bit off way too much. It feels like you manifested what you wanted at the time. You got exactly what you prayed for, and you realize that it's not enough. You can't handle it. Whoever this message is for, walk away. Give yourself permission to move on to something better. If it's a literal fixer-upper, walk away from that piece of shit, and I mean it. Whole heart and soul. Walk away from that trash and get something that you actually feel comfortable in, that you know is a real home. Manifest better for yourself. Because there's a lot of people out here that feel like, oh, I could do that. I could fix that. Oh, no problem. It'll be fun. And it's not. It's hell. So manifest better for yourself. Why not manifest a fully renovated mansion? You could do it. You don't have to manifest a piece of garbage. You're better than that. You're worth more. And now you know. It's like nature is bending to your will. I feel like this has happened to you multiple times, enough for you to have concrete faith in knowing that your path will be cleared when you're ready to move, and that you won't face any obstacles or resistance when it comes to this. But I definitely pick up this sense of you being more relaxed, even more so than before, because it feels like for a time you did have to fight for this. But it feels like you have just reached that space. Like, you are literally just walking through the doors of your new opportunity, and you can still hear the zombies on the other end pounding and banging, but you know that that door is secure. And it feels like as soon as you cross through, you just know exactly where you're about to go. This new life that you're about to start living, this new calm and peace that you're entering. You don't ever have to look back. I feel like this person loves you relentlessly, unconditionally, and forever. This is a love that keeps giving. There's no limits to it. It's almost like a geyser, like a hot spring. It's like almost take it or leave it if you want a toughness to it, but it feels very gentle. And so there's no need to be shy when it comes to whether or not you're welcome to this love. Someone feels very ashamed. I feel like someone had a hold on your energy. Someone was clutching to you, clinging to you, and all of those bondages are being broken and severed in this space, because I feel like by you realigning with God wholeheartedly, nothing is being held back, because you realize that God is everything. You put your faith and trust in Him and let go of everything else. Let go of the money, let go of the job, let go of the car, let go of the house, let go of your life, because you don't have control over it. God does. And give Him back His power. Give Him back His reins. Give Him the will. It's His already. Let Him control this show. And that's what I'm getting. You got angels in your energy listening to you, reflecting over who you are, reflecting over this new role they're about to put you in, because you clearly did it. You overcame every challenge that was put in front of you, that you were faced with. You learned to love yourself more than you realized you were even capable of. And you're getting this rest. This rest is so deserved is a rest that you feel after a long days of work. Even though you don't have to lift a finger, you still feel content in your home and at peace with who you are as a person, content with your own spirit. This is huge. This is major. What was causing the most distress in your life was this entity playing as a friend. But really, they went back to a group of people who don't care about your well being. And you can feel that energy coming from them. Someone wants to work with you, and they want you to evaluate their behavior. This could be someone you rejected in the past, and they want to come back in and ask if they have made the necessary improvements to be welcomed back into your space. It feels like there's still hope for you too, because this person's of the light. So you understand that they make mistakes, but you can see in their spirit that they genuinely care about becoming a better person. So you give them grace. There's a certain amount of grace that you're handling this person with. I definitely feel like you're not done with them. To do. This person definitely sees you as a boss, as a star. Overall, you're being seen as someone that this person can look up to. They see you as a leader. And it feels like you might have had to wrestle for this position at some point, but you stick to your guns. And that wrestling is coming off as you just knowing what's right and sticking to what's right rather than anything else. There's literally no other option. The more you fight, the more they realize that you're ready for the real world, because the real world is a fight. The real world is not giving up. So I just feel like there's someone in your energy who needs this pep talk. They need a tap on the shoulder like, hey, I see you. You're not hiding from me. Is everything okay? Honestly. Forget about all the games, forget about all the schemes. And at this point, it feels like if they're willing to play with this kind of energy and lie in your face, then let them be. And the next time you see this look, just let them be, because this is something that could lead to a whole bunch of horrible situations where it's just like, yeah, I see you, devil. You could be making room for this person in your mind. It does feel like this person is serious about you. And maybe you have to go back and rewind the tape and see what they were actually talking about, because maybe you being so one track minded was just like, if you're stuttering, it's a lie. Or I don't know, you're mentioning some other woman, there must be an issue here. If you're talking to me, then this conversation is about me. And as soon as you hear some other woman is like, I don't know about this you got to get that together, sort out whatever that issue is. But it feels like he's really trying to have a conversation with you, and he just, it's like he can't avoid all the minefields when it comes to communicating with you. They're not eggshells, they're mines. And it's like he can blow up, or you could just destroy this entire situation, because you're not afraid of losing yourself. He's afraid of losing you. Like, there's no more nice guy. You have to be grounded in your faith. You have to be convicted in order to fight this kind of an opponent. It feels almost like an addiction to some extent, like someone was addicted with letting other people beat them down. And this is where your intuition is coming from. Loving yourself, the enemy. You had to learn that lesson on your own. It seems like it's a natural thing to do, is to hate your enemy. As like, if anything, you should know to hate your enemy. But you loved him because you follow Christ. You listened to all of the Lord's instructions, convoluted as they were. They didn't make sense. Why would I be doing this when I should be doing this? You listened to him, and that's what sent you to hell. God is the one who sent you to hell. And God is the one who lifted you back up. At the end of the day, he had mercy and grace because you wouldn't have been able to do it on your own. But sitting on his throne, sitting right next to him, is like he truly is in control of your entire life. At no point are you gonna jump up and start pointing the finger in his face, because it's like, I'm at your mercy. If you want to send me to hell, I go right back down. You want to raise me even higher and I can barely stand the heat enough as it is. I can barely stand the light and attention enough as it is. I'll go wherever you send me. And it's almost like you're so humble when you submit to God, and that's what he loves about you. And that's what he hates about all these other people who think that they're holier than thou. These church folks. But it feels like he's sticking to his guns. And whatever, I get the vibe that there's some trauma here, because this person is just not willing to compromise when it comes to this path and what is leading to the goal. This straight and narrow path, it has to be carved out a certain way. He's a manifester. Curious. He has love, but it's hidden. It's secret. He may be a secret admirer. He wants to keep it that way, even though you're aware that he loves you. He wants to be a secret admirer. He wants to be in the background for a little longer. So it feels like he's throwing, I want to say throwing you a bone, but the vibe is throwing you off. He's throwing you off track, and is a distraction. It's like throwing the dog a stick, like go fetch, is the vibe that I'm getting. And it's meant to distract you. What else is going on? You got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. Because I feel like you're focused on your money. And there's no compromise when it comes to that. And just don't come any further past here or else. Or else. And he's like, here, here. And then he crosses right over your boundary and you leave him. And he doesn't think it's real. What else is going on? You left and you standing there smiling like she'll be back. And when she comes back, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do a little bit of this. Yeah, it's all games. And it feels like you misunderstood this person and the games that they play for them being a fun, loving individual. Like, you see this person has a lot of spunk and they smile a lot. You got to be real careful about these smiling, happy men. Because a man can smile for a totally different reason. A man could bury a body in the woods and walk out happy as hell. You have to be really careful about these men. Yeah, I pulled the death card on this person and this energy prior to this reading, and it really spoke about unhealthy patterns. This person is very toxic in that way, and is a pattern in the sense that even if you were to expose and confront their behavior and really explain it to them why this is just not appropriate and why you just won't tolerate this in your life, they're going to keep doing it. You have to walk away from them and turn to God, because it feels like you open yourself up for this person in such a way that you really weren't willing to allow anyone else in. It was like, I'm starting over. I love you. No one else but you. And so now it's like you don't really have anyone to turn to because no one else is attractive. It's almost like you cut yourself off from the market completely. You wanted to start a family with this person, but you're going to be starting that family with God. God is your husband. God is the one you're co-creating. And that sounds like an amazing situation to me. Is this a nightmare? It feels like this person wants you to have both sides. He wants the good and the bad. He wants you to have good thoughts and bad thoughts, have good dreams and negative nightmares. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's not normal to be that way. That's a toxic behavior this person has. It's like, let's eat healthy and do drugs. And it's like, this boy needs so much prayer. feels like that's what they want to run away from. And this is not a reading about that energy. This is about you moving on with grace and focusing on God, turning your eyes to God, looking up to the heavens, because you do have that option, and not a lot of people have that connection with God. This may be why this person wants to sever your ties and your connection, so that for once and for all, he can get rid of the competition, because it feels like that's the only thing that's even keeping you afloat, so to speak. But I definitely feel like your feet are on solid ground. I just feel like in this day and age, you just don't ever have to feel lonely. And this is why the system is being built the way it's built, because of evil entities like this karmic that want to isolate you and box you into a corner and somehow make you think that you're not as special and amazing as you are. And then the world says otherwise. You are a prize. Everybody wants you. And just because you want this person, or you wanted this person, or you were attracted to this person, doesn't mean that they're your person. But let's move on, because I do feel like you are manifesting this individual, and they're snatching up the positivity, but they also snatch up the negative. So you do have to be mindful of that you're controlling the show here. It feels like you see this person being their best self, and you only want the best for them. I'm getting nervous with this energy. It does feel like there's a lot at stake, but everything is transformative. This is not a clown in this energy. This sugar daddy, this is a highly sophisticated, highly intelligent individual, and it's getting nerve-wracking. But you know how people smell and they're like, ooh, wee, or something? That's what I'm getting from this energy, without embarrassing myself. Seers and believers. You got people who have faith in you, who have seen you achieve what you're accomplishing right now. They've seen you alchemize this kind of energy. And the words really come to me, because it seems like at some point you were someone who just took everything because you had no other options. You just love, 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 love. I love it. I love it. I love it. And now it feels like your love is turning this energy into something else. It's profit. It's turning it into cash. You're getting back what you were being deprived of. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing you growing an empire, businesses sprouting out of the ground. Some of y'all are going back to school. If you had a speech impediment, it feels like the words are just flowing from you so freely, and you're getting a hold on your words. There was a prophet in the Bible, I believe it's Zechariah, who had to be mute for a while his wife was pregnant with his son, John. So this was John the Baptist, and Mary was pregnant with Christ. I believe it's Zechariah. And this is when God gave him the name John. That some of y'all may have had a swollen tongue or a lazy tongue. So it was really hard to pronounce certain words. And that was the devil. The devil had a hold on your speech. He was planting seeds of feeble mindedness. He was trying to get you diagnosed as retarded. I don't know if that's a real clinical term, but it's definitely a medical sense of regression, because it feels like these devilish entities were wrapped all around your gears so that you couldn't move forward. And now, because in that moment, in that space of you being tied down, you got so close to God that you heard nothing but his voice. His voice is now you are. So when you speak, it manifests into reality. You have the power to create your own reality. And that's what I'm getting. That because they shut you up for so long, now your voice is so strong and powerful, you can have whatever you want, and you know exactly what it is that you want. You're going and getting it. Your ambition has not dried up, it's just gotten stronger. And you're using it for good. This is a very powerful entity. And it's just coming off like they want you to know that they hear you and they respect you and they admire the position that you're in and reaching out a hand to them and wanting to help them in this journey. But it also feels like they have to do this on their own. It feels like you're going to be going back home. It feels like in order to help this person, you had to go way out of your way. It feels like you had to do some things that may have even been against your better judgment. And it's coming off like this is a person who it looks like they're in danger. They look like a light in the darkness. They may even be coming off like this, like, hey, little girl, you don't belong out here. But it's not really a little girl. They just come off as being innocent because that's what their spirit looks like. But it's actually the people who are around them that are in more danger. It's like a silkworm. You take a tiny little silkworm and you hook it up to some contraption. And then you just start spinning, spinning, spinning. It's like gold. It's a gold mine. But that's not even how we harvest silk. Basically, you let it do all the work. It's building a cocoon around itself. And it starts to get sad after a while because you're like, wow, they work so hard to build this home for themselves and really try to make a life for themselves. And then you just throw them in a pot of boiling water and sell the whole thing. And happy as hell about your accomplishments. You could be a farmer. That's the vibe I'm getting. Or this is coming off like an energy farm. But the funny thing is, this is what they were doing to you. They thought that they were feeding off of your energy. Like, what kind of a guy are you to feed a whole entire town? Just one person? That's not how it works. There's one person on the top that eats, and everybody at the bottom starves. That's the reality. And yeah, I do feel like the devil planted the seeds initially and thought that he was going to get away with this. Like, they put Christ up on the cross and turn him into a sacrifice, and they're all, scooping up his blood from his feet. And it seems like that's what they were going to do for you. Like, okay, everybody get in line. Who's next? Carry your cross, pick up your cross. Who's next? And they're like, no, I'm gonna feed off of you. That's how this works. You're all gonna work for me. I'm not losing anything at all. I haven't invested anything in this. You're paying for everything. I'm almost getting like, and there's a guilt freeness here. It's like, I'm guilty. Yeah, I'm 100% guilty of it. But I don't feel an ounce of guilt. People will have money and want to shop and not be happy with the things they shop. Maybe it is First Corinthians. Yeah, this person is definitely sending you love. They're sending you money. They're sending you love. They're sending you attention. If you want to fight, they're going there with you. They're arguing with you. It's almost like a game of chess. Like, your move. Okay, I said something below the belt. Now your turn. It's like they're giving you everything you want. Now you just have to allow yourself to be happy. Give yourself permission to be grateful for this money that's coming in and this attention, this affection, and you have everything you want. Allow yourself the freedom to be satisfied, because the worst thing on earth is being insatiable. It feels like you've got to get your emotions together. But that's a good thing. That's a really good problem to have, in my opinion. Just like paying taxes, you get a lot of money, a lump sum of money, and a lottery win, and now you owe a tremendous amount of taxes. Well, you had the money to pay it. That's where the bill is coming from. The bills come because you have the money. He wants you to call him if you have contact with this person. He wants you to reach out, even if it's just a mental one, and think about him and bring him back in if this is someone you care about. If this is a real soulmate, He's definitely longing to be in your presence. He wants to serve you again. I picked up on this energy of someone who was kicked out because they wouldn't serve, someone who was basically being hard-headed. He wouldn't submit. And I feel like you have that energy where you demand that a person drops to their knees in your energy. You are not bumping heads with anyone in your household. You are the head of your household, is the vibe that I'm getting. And if he didn't respect that, then that's the reason why he's not around anymore. So it feels like he's coming back into the picture because he has realized that you're the best thing that ever happened to him. And everybody who he's interacting with demands the same level of respect. So why not be with someone he loves? I mean, yeah, he could drop to his knees at his mom's house. It's going to happen wherever he is. It feels like everything's happening exactly the way it should. Despite the controversy, I also feel like with these upgrades coming in, there's going to be massive shopping sprees because it feels like you're replacing everything: house, car, everything in it, wardrobe, everything. And you're starting brand new. It feels like you have this mindset that nothing from the past can come into the future. This could also be relationships. That's what it feels like. Some people are expecting an apology for the fact that you moved on, the fact that you don't seem to miss them. That's the energy I've been picking up on. I think of you whenever I feel lost in my life. Yeah, there's this person pulling from the past. And it could just be their personality. It could mean that they also need to upgrade and raise their frequency, get on the same level. Because I do get this vibe that they want to pull you back down to where they are. This person is coming off like the prodigal son. Even after it's all said and done, you're being forgiven. The doors are opening for you. You're being welcomed back into the kingdom by your father. And it feels like a moment where you can do nothing but drop on your knees and thank God for this mercy because no one else was willing to let you in. You look like a raggedy bum at this time, and God still saw you as one of his own. And he's raising you up to this position of being an authority, a position you knew was yours all along. Is a job that you're doing. 9 to 5 could be significant. 95, May 5th could be significant. You are a child of God and you belong in this position. God is coming in and pulling you away from these sinners that you've been surrounded by, draining your energy. He's coming in place of you. He's dying in place of you. Yeah, because this message about saving money and almost like a squirrel hoarding nuts. I feel like we're over that energy. When this money comes in, you can definitely run to the bank with it, but you can also run to the dealership. You can run to the real estate agent. I feel like you're going to have this influx that not many people are going to have anything to say about. Like, you may have financial advisors in your ear like, well, you should be putting some aside for a rainy day. I've been through enough rainy days. Thank you very much. I'm going to spend it. If you don't mind, please get out of my way. I do feel like there's a wave of some kind of a sickness that's coming in, and I feel like it's going to start off as a mental one. Well, it's really going to start off as a spiritual one because this is all about obedience to God, and the further you are away from him, the more severe this sickness is going to be. Some people won't even be touched by it, but for those who are, as long as you are close to God and you repent, you will be healed. But some people are going to be passing away because of this. It's going to go from a spiritual to a mental to a physical one. And once it becomes a physical one, now you're in the hands of the doctors. The doctors are not praying for you. They're filling you up with medications and getting you even sicker because the side effects of the medicine is worse than the symptoms. All the while, this person was trying to climb up on top of your energy. They were trying to get a leg up. And it feels like they really thought that they were going to be able to do that. Like you were going to let them win. But if anything, you gave them something to work on. Let them work on themselves. But they're not willing to take that. They want to work on you. This feels like an on again, off again relationship. This is someone who, whenever you guys are apart, it just feels like they've ghosted you. Even if you haven't talked to them, even if you spoke to them that same day, all throughout the day, it just feels like you can feel their energy brewing. Like, they're not just going about their life, living their life. They're angry at you about something. They're mad at you. And these cards are really interesting because it's the same exact picture for the same exact deck. I want to know what is it about them that we need to watch out for? What are their true intentions? And you're going to be hearing from them. They're going to reach out to you and you're going to find out exactly what they genuinely want from you. So keep your ears open. I feel like they're thinking too much and thinking too hard. It sometimes is possible to overthink a situation into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Someone is worried that they're spending too much time and your energy and that it's not going to pay off somehow, or that they're going to lose themselves. And there needs to be a reminder that whatever they're going into this, whatever energy they're going into this with, is meant to be lost somehow. You guys are blending into one another. There's a certain part of yourself that you are giving up and sharing with the other person. Something is happening very soon. I'm picking up on the marriage here. But we're talking about blending energies, and I feel like there's a real connection that's happening where you're going to realize that whatever this thing is that you're afraid to let go of is the one thing holding you back. Yeah, someone needs to let go of the fear. Because there's something about looks here, like looks matter more than anything else. And while they do look good, it's your feelings that really matter. Your feelings ultimately shape how you look. I mean, some people are really good at looking sincere, but it hurts. And then you'll start having to take medicine for that. But I'm getting that when you just let go of that fear and feel good, it looks good. And when people compliment you on how good you look, you're like, yeah, okay, all right, I know. You're not complimenting how good I feel. You're just complimenting what you see, because the feelings go so much deeper than the surface. Someone has a lot of choices when it comes to pursuits, ambitions, goals. You have a lot of options when it comes to where you pour your heart into, what you pour your heart into, and making money off of that. Because you're finally getting paid just to exist. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Yeah, this person is definitely obsessed and they're not listening. If you say no, they're just like trying to read in between the lines. It's 2 letters, N-O. You may have to take this person to court. You may have to get a restraining order on this person, because I feel like they're just go, go, go. And they know they're wrong. That's the thing. They're choosing to be this way. They can choose to walk away. They can choose to respect your boundaries. But it feels like in the spirit realm, they feel like they can get away with anything and that they're stronger than you, that they can have what they want, and they want something that you're saying no to. Oh my God. This person is in danger. The fact that you've been building yourself and working on yourself all this time, that when wrenches get thrown in your gears, they kind of just turn into dust. It doesn't really affect you. And that's exactly why this person trusts you so much. And this is why they're in good hands, by leaning on you. So at this time, you're going to be focusing on your dreams. I'm almost getting this energy of someone making a wish, because your wishes are about to be granted in this space. Someone has the ability to make your dreams come true, and they're focusing all of their energy on you at this time. What else is going on? Yeah, there's a certain level of intimacy here. Or it's like this person has the ability to lay down their life for you. They can sacrifice their own desires. Well, really, I'm picking up on the fact that their desires are to see your dreams come true. So this person is not afraid of intimacy at all. They're not afraid to get close to each other, close to you, close to the problem, and fix it. It's like someone who was used to putting wads of cash in your hand. Like that was just sexy to him. He loved just putting stacks of cash in your hand, especially right after you got your nails done. You might have noticed the pattern. Seems like every time you get your nails done, he's giving you wads of cash because he feels that this picture, this image is very sexy. And you may take a picture of this cash in your hands with your nails done. It's something about that. It's coming off as, I don't want to say kink, but it was very sexy to him. And it feels like he's going to start that back up. It feels like you give them the freedom to feel all of their feelings. And this is what they're realizing, that they're allowed to be desperate for your love, but they don't have to be. This person is coming into epiphanies. They're awakening to this connection that it's almost like a free for all. Like this is not something they have to behave a certain way for. They don't have to pay for this. It's just there because you're there. They can love you without any commitments, but they still want that commitment. It's almost coming off like this person has some insecurities. And for some reason, they feel like they're not good enough for you, but you're perfect for them. So it seems like they know that they have work to do in order to get closer to you. But now they know, because it seems like they're very aware. They know that they are building themselves up on your energy. They're using you as a model in order to raise their own frequency, and they know that that's not fair because this is supposed to be a partnership and it's supposed to be an equal one at that. That is coming off like they're using you, and they don't want to be a user. So this is why they're leaving, because they don't want to go through the embarrassment of you saying that they're using you. But they definitely see you as a deity. They're looking up to you like someone who's holy, like a god almost, and they know that that's not fair. This person has ghosted you, but they're thinking about you the entire time. I'm just getting this big ass smile on their face when they think about you. And it's almost coming off like they hope that you're suffering. They hope that you're missing them. It's like they're counting the time, counting the seconds on the clock, like, oh yeah, she's really squirming now. Because they know you're thinking about them as well. What else is going on with this energy? What's going on with this person that ghosted you? This King of Wands in your energy? Yeah, and look at this smile on his face. Is he smiling? It's like he's really proud of himself for leaving you or making you wait for him to respond to you. It's like he's got this idea, or she's got this idea, that you're sitting at home alone in the dark waiting for a phone call. You could be staring at a blank screen, looking over old text messages, waiting for a new one to arrive. And I feel like everything that you've been through leading up to you meeting this person, coming into contact with this person, has trained you on what decision you need to make. It's toughened you up in ways that you wouldn't have chosen to be tough. And it's just like, this is just way too important to me. Peace of mind, serenity, love, these things are non-negotiable. I don't care how good you look. I don't want to play games. I don't want to be at war secretly, and that's not normal. to be in a relationship with someone that you're secretly fighting and wishing ill will on. That's just not okay. That's a sickness. Yeah, this person is in conflict. Know that this person is broken, and if you start tinkering around with their feelings, then they're going to be a mess, and you can't walk away from that. Once you touch the soft spots, you have to be there for the healing. I do feel that it's worth it, but I also feel like this person didn't anticipate just how much love you have to give. Meanwhile, you're focused on your money. That's the wild part about it. It's like, okay, you're better now. Let's go get this money. I just feel like you're an amazing person when it comes to your focus and how much you have to give. The fact that love is here on top of you being so business minded, it's like no one can stop you, no one can get you down. But this isn't really a pep talk kind of a reading. I feel like it's really about whether or not this person is worth opening up those doors and allowing them in. It goes beyond anything on earth. It's like at the end of the day, both these two separate sides of the fence, these two opposite teams will join forces just to get rid of you. It's like you're not trying to be anybody's friend. The temperature here is rising. Look at this. We just talked about outer space. It's like you're pulling in asteroids. People want to know what what you're manifesting. You're manifesting asteroids. You're manifesting meteors. Like it feels like you're so done with this. And when they find out that you don't care about either one of these arguments, it's like, well, that's why. If you really knew the truth, I hate all of y'all. Love is coming out. Renovation of their home just so you could be in there working on the pipes or whatever it is that you do. Four of Cups, Four of Swords. 44 could be significant. This person could be 44 years old, but it's coming off like they're very stable. Well, I don't know. Is this mentally stable? Maybe they know exactly what they want, and in their mind this is just the route that they had to take. Why they're apologizing, maybe it's like, look, I didn't want any of this food, I just wanted to see you, or I don't even need my floors replaced, I just wanted to see you. Now here's what I have to say. It's almost coming off like their approach is crazy, but they do have something that they want to share with you, that they're lonely. That's it. I don't trust it. But this could be someone who was backstabbed in the past, and whoever backstabbed you thought that they had gotten rid of you, but you just rose back up untouched. There's the vibe of that. In the case of you gambling, I feel like it has more of a purpose than just playing a game. That definitely came up. Like, why do people play chess? I really don't see the point or the purpose of playing a game like this. It's like, okay, well, you took my queen, so okay, well, you got all your pieces onto the other side, so. But when it comes to gambling, at least you're getting some money out of it. It feels like this vibe of you needing to have a reason why you do things. Something's happening in the spring. This coming spring, something is happening. Possibly you winning something that you've been working towards. You making an investment, putting an investment, investing in yourself, working on your shadow side. Fear is coming out. It feels like these group of people live in fear. Fear is the air they breathe. So when you're not afraid, if you weren't raised to be afraid, then it's going to come off as very vulgar. It's going to be really strange. And also, it terrifies them that you're not afraid. That's the vibe that I'm picking up on. So the energy of someone at the beach, and then there's a shark. So that's the vibe. The vibe is basically that you're safe from the sharks, but this energy is already coming off like the shark is laying on the beach. Like this new space that you enter into is the real territory that you need to be concerned about. If anything, where you came from was more like family and people that can be trusted on a spiritual level. But this new area, this is where you really need to keep your guards up. God's perfect timing. All things working together for good. Allow this to happen. I don't know. Maybe there's someone who's about to find their karma. Maybe someone tried to get involved with your life, tried to turn you off from your blessings, and then they thought everything was all hunky dory, and suddenly they're gonna go off camping and never return. I don't know what's going on with that energy, but it definitely feels like someone is about to meet a very dark and sudden end. And that you're not supposed to get in the way of this karma, whatever's happening. Yeah, someone's about to feel the pressure, the pain, the anxiety, the discomfort. It's like, remember all of that? I don't know. It's like they were feeding off of your energy and getting high off of your vibes, but all the while a hater. And you have learned so much about who you are, not to mention who they are. Everybody's weaknesses. I just feel like you're kind of dangerous in this energy. You may be the person in the shadows here, the person that was constantly being overlooked, and is suddenly going to take matters into your own hands because you have tried to reach out for help and no one was willing to help you. And it's like, remember, I'm not the one to fuck with. Have you forgotten? Heartbreak is coming out. Yeah, this looks like a bad boy. Definitely. Okay, someone is definitely winning the lottery in this energy. Winning the lottery. It's not going to be for everybody, but I definitely feel like when people find this are either on the track to winning, they're manifesting it, they're suddenly realizing that this is something they can have. All of that is happening in this energy, in this space. There's so much abundance here. 777 is coming out. You're going to be receiving signs. It feels like your money is obsessed with you. You can't get rid of this. Someone is focused on their money and someone is definitely not. Like, they're like, I'm ready to go live on the streets. We can sleep on a park bench. We can go deep into the woods. Like, they're really ready to walk away from society. And I feel like from your end is like, I finally figured out what I want to do with my life and I know exactly how it's going to work. I'm going to get my business license. I'm going to, whatever the case is, like, so officially part of society, like definitely a member of society and keeping this system running and functioning. And that from that angle, it feels like you guys are on opposite ends of the spectrum. And it does feel like there's like a lot of couples do disagree over money. But I don't feel like this is where you guys separate. I feel like you have such a high level of emotional intelligence that you can convince your partner to relax, to sit back, chill. I got this side of things. You don't have to worry about it. You could be a bum. I love that aesthetic. So I'm getting that you let go of this person. I don't know. It feels like there's so many layers here. Like psychically, you could tell that they expected you to hold on. Like, that's the rule. You never let go because I need you to hold on to me. And you let go. And this person fell in love with you is the vibe I'm getting. And they're just like, I trusted you. And now he can't do anything but love you. You don't give him any other option but to support you. Like, it's just this eerie feeling that something is about to happen. But in the meantime, you will receive the answers that you're looking for. But I feel like in the meantime, you're going to be exercising your gift of sight. Someone has the ability to see very clearly, and you don't need to know how, but that's what's happening. It's like, well, everybody can see, right? We all have eyes, but it's something specific that you're looking at, that you got your focus on, that most people are not looking at. And I feel like it has to do with reality. It's a combined shared reality that, I don't know, it's something that either everyone believes or everybody hopes is true. Something like God is good, and that just leads you straight to the prize. There's definitely a connection between the two of you. It feels like it's a comfortable feeling, like this person is keeping you company, and that you can let go of your current environment. You can let go of trying to maintain some kind of sense of reality in your current environment, because you guys are beyond that realm. You're in a spiritual realm. And this person is very in tune and attentive to your spiritual needs. There's only one meeting you. It feels like in this energy, you've got a lot of, I don't know if you would call it stalkers, but like people who are in pursuit of you. What is the word? Like, I don't know what you would call a person who's waiting in line to be in a relationship with you, but you've got a lot of that going on. Or people are just kind of lingering, lurking, and thinking that they could be your next boyfriend or whatever the case is, your next girlfriend. And it's just always there. There's always this lingering energy of someone who's just like, just waiting to walk up to you and say, hey, I've been watching you. I know. How nasty. It feels like their main attack towards you was to cause some kind of a distraction, because they knew that you were pulling in your manifestations instantly. This could have been your own family as well. They knew that you had power that they didn't. And this could have been anybody. If like your spirit, like your body wrapped around this power, like you are a piece of God. And so anybody, any piece of God is being abused and attacked in this way. And that's your soul family. I feel like that's what's about to be revealed to you, that you are a piece of something very special. And it's almost like you're playing every part, because when all of these pieces come together, it's still you. It's still who you are. It's not like you lose your identity in any way. If anything, the people who have been siphoning your energy are going to lose that piece of you that they've been clinging and clenching to. And you're going to realize they're nothing like you. They've been pretending all this time. Yeah, they really ain't shit. Brutal. Your honesty is so brutal that you don't even have to say anything to dismiss this entity for what it is. Trash, garbage. And it's like, it feels like you're someone who is willing to peel back those layers and get to the core and expect something beautiful deep down, buried beneath the surface, but there's nothing there. And it's like, okay, whatever. That is trash. It's almost like a trash picker who is skilled in a way that knows what he's looking for. Like someone with a metal detector in the desert. If you pick up a piece of trash and you know it's trash, you're gonna toss it. That's the vibe I'm getting. But you are looking for gold. And so you have your eyes peeled for signs that this is something special when it comes to your person. Almost I'm getting that is like, well, hold on, I see some potential here. Give it a minute, give it a couple of months. It might turn into something. But then when you realize it's trash at the core, it's like, okay, whatever, I'm moving on. I'm not wasting another second on something that's not worth my time. And I feel like that's what they were trying to avoid by mimicking you. And you're going to realize that you are the treasure. You're the goal at the end of the day. Next month, we broke up decades ago. How do you get rid of this energy? This person may even be dead and gone and still have a grip on you spiritually. Why is he holding her face like that? Okay, there's love here, I guess. I don't know. And her makeup is kind of smudged. This looks like a karmic. And he's not fit. Not the body shame, but it says something. It's that weight I've been talking about. This person who's gripping you up and clinging to you. They want to reunite with you. It feels like a battle here. And that's why it's so important that you maintain your own energy, and why you or your person, take a high resonance, is very concerned about not melting in with people. Yeah, you're definitely rejecting this. Why are you so concerned about melting in energies? Is because you don't want to get connected to the wrong person. I just felt a real stiffness in the neck, like a stiff neck. This feels like the energy of someone who has to walk through a crowd of people, and everybody in the crowd want to act like they know you and have a deep personal connection with you, but they're mad about something. Like they want to argue with you. And you have to maintain your focus on moving forward. I wish I would treat you better. Yeah, this is a toxic energy. Phony trickster illusions. Yeah, and it's going to be revealed that whoever this person is that's clinging to your energy is not the one. The one is helping you hack away all of these roots and weeds that's trying to siphon your power. Something that stretches and snaps right back. Queen rising, stepping into power. Okay. It's like you realize how to do this. But the energy for this reading is that you don't need to know how to do it in order to do it. But it does feel like, to some extent, like you may not be able to explain it, but you know what the feeling is, that you're getting everything you want. That way they tell you to feel when you're trying to fake it till you make it is like you're not faking it anymore. This is really yours. And you're comfortable sitting in your seat. That's real energy. It feels like it took a lot of patience to get you here. A lot of disturbances, a lot of discomfort for you to be comfortable with this. Something about your career is changing with this money coming up. It feels like you've been in the interviewee seat, being interviewed, job interviews, or even when it comes to relationships, you've been on that side where you're constantly appealing to someone else, trying to people please someone in order for them to let you into this special place. And now I feel like what you're manifesting is you pulling in what you want. Yeah, so it feels like at some point you were fighting off entities, you were pushing off entities. It was a battle. But at the end of the day, nobody and nothing is going to connect to you unless it's part of God's plan, unless it's part of your higher self's intention, unless it's something that you genuinely want. At the end of the day, it's not going to happen. Sometimes I imagine how my life with you would feel. The both of you are manifesting one another. As long as this person is thinking about you and you're thinking about them, the connection is there. But that's what I'm getting. That this person, the closer they get to you, the less they're going to be concerned about exes or past traumas, or it's really just about you and this person and the new life that you're building. But it does feel like you both are ultra aware of being watched. You're ultra aware of being the center of attention. You may be communicating with one another. I don't know, maybe they're losing themselves, but you're is meant for you. So there's some energy of someone who's clinging to what belongs to you. And so they don't want to let it go, but they have to. They have to release it, and they're actually releasing it at this moment. They're releasing it because it's not theirs. And so what's coming towards you is actually making you whole, making you more whole because it's yours already. It's like at some point you must have been giving away your energy and they were holding on to it for dear life. So that's the vibe that I'm getting. Like, there's this energy of someone like, no, they don't want it to go. And they're crying because they don't want it to go. Your energy. They don't want to lose your energy. And the gifts and the manifestations that you're pulling in belong to you already. It's not like you're asking anyone for permission to have this money or have this, whatever it is that you're conjuring up. I try not to have negative connotations with money, but it does feel like this person is using their resources as a way to separate you from your person so that you can start to rely on them instead of your person. And then it's going to be the same situation. Like, oh, I don't want you either. What makes you think I want you? Kind of energy. So, and all of this is a distraction. Because I feel like whatever it is that you're prioritizing right now is very important. You could be prioritizing your own financial stability. So for this person to come in like, oh, I see you don't got a man, or you looking kind of single these days. Let me take you out, knowing that you have a person who's currently at the moment insecure about you focusing on your money. And so this investor is coming off like a king of pentacles who wants to slide into your energy and cause even more of a separation between the two of you. What else? Is a trap. Is a trap. This is the time for you to be confident in yourself and your ability to grow your own wealth and not get spent in circles by somebody else's money. You are more than capable. You are overwhelmingly capable. And that's exactly why this person's coming towards you, because they're like, this is my only chance. So I feel like the real attention does belong to your person. And he does deserve some affection at this time if he's feeling insecure because you're working so much, you're focused on your money and him is what I get. But he just needs to be reminded because it's synchronizing. It's like it's turning into a bigger storm than it needs to be. You are now giving back to God. It's like you're harvesting souls for the Lord. So I did pick up on this energy of someone being at a crossroads and having a choice between going left and right. It feels like that's where this spirit is. The spirit doesn't know if it wants to leave its body and come to you, because it feels a pull coming from you as if you are the light. And that's what I'm getting. You're representing the light. And for this spirit to remain with its own body, it will have to remain in darkness. And so it's coming towards you. And you give it right to God. This is your achievement. It's almost like this is your work. This is what gives you a sense of accomplishment. And somehow this is where you receive this passive income because I feel like you're getting paid for it at the end of the day. However, this payment is coming, it's money. It's coming in cash that you can spend anywhere. You're gonna be you're gonna be compensated for the injustice that's going on with this energy. Someone was doing black magic on you. And it just feels like it was so far fetched from anything you actually desire in life. They're making you their whole entire world. They may even be stalking you online. This person may have fake accounts, but it comes off like they could be so bold as to constantly put in their name in their username somehow because they want you to know that they're still around. That's the whole point. They want to agitate you in some way. They want to disturb your peace. That's what I'm getting initially when I downloaded this energy. I was like, oh, okay. It's something off about that, making you their whole world. It just feels like at today's age, there's so many things you could be doing than obsessing over someone. And so it's right away, it's like either this person is from the past and they just haven't been working on themselves to even acknowledge all the resources we have to keep ourselves busy. It's like they're still going through the phone book looking for your number. And that's what I mean by old school. To people even talking about you or even thinking about you in a negative way. And it's like, it's sending sharp pains. But I'm also getting this energy of your heart space being made so much stronger. If you're someone who has had heart problems in the past, it feels like your heart is about to be your secret weapon. And I rarely ever talk about my heart or anything about my organs or anything like that. But I feel, look at this heart coming out. Wow. The power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. Wow. What I'm getting. Like something that may have caused you problems in the past, or you may have a history in your family of heart problems, or something about an enlarged heart, or people having heart attacks. And I've just always stirred away from that because uh, I'm very much a believer of words having power. And so I'm just like healing, love and light. That's all that matters. But now we're getting into it because I feel like this is a muscle that's getting very strong. And it may have given you some trouble in the past. And now, even if you had panic attacks or nervousness, or even if it feels like you're about to be so strong in that area